everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with a screenwriter's rant on Broken Darkness, apparently a Canadian zombie movie. So smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Please check out my books. Links are in the description. It's Halloween. Time for the Pineys, books 1 through 7, comedy horror in South Jersey. Links are down below. Down below. And thank you for buying it. We just had some trick-or-treaters, right, Joan? They pet Little Joan. And they got some treats, and it was all very exciting. They were polite trick-or-treaters. I had some kids, they just came to the door and took the candy and walked away. Didn't say trick-or-treat, didn't say thank you. These kids were nice and polite, though. They're very polite. It just shows you how people raise their kids, right? You raise your kids to say thank you, trick-or-treat. At least say trick-or-treat to me, kid. At least say that. Anyhow, there's a meteor shower, and then 8 years later, in Canada, because they mentioned Winnipeg. That's in Canada, right? They're living underground because of a virus, which they tease. Yeah, here it is, Winnipeg Station. So that's in Canada, right? Winnipeg. And so they're surviving, but then they have to do a thing to turn the power back on or something. So they have to move up through the underground. And in the process, they run into the zombies. Now, the premise of the movie is a virus rots the brain stem, they said, and I guess turns you into a zombie. So they got guns and they're shooting zombies, and then they get cut off, and they have no choice but to go topside. So there's the sun. Haven't seen the sun in 8 years. There they are going topside after 8 years. So this is a good idea because it turns the known world into the unknown, right? It's easy to dress the sets this way. You got a little money, right, Joan? Right, Joan? You filthy dog. You got a little money. It's just you make it look all dystopian, and there you go. And you got zombies running around. The people are underground. It's billed as an action thriller movie. I would call it a zombie movie. I mean, these guys are definitely zombies. I think very zombie-like. If I can stop on it. Stop on a moment where, yeah, there they are. See? You tell me that's not a zombie. But, they're like diseased human type zombies after 8 years. So, there they are. Tell me that's not zombies. Come on. Advertise the zombies, you dummies. Advertise the zombies. So, everything's wrecked and they're running around. It's dystopian future. It looks interesting. I mean, it's Canadian zombie movie, so everybody's very polite. Oh, excuse me. Can I eat your brains? Eh? Oh, sorry, I don't have any maple syrup for my brains, eh? Oh, that's okay. I like the brains raw. I'm a zombie. Oh, I'll be a zombie too. Oh, great. We'll go get some brains. Maybe we'll go over to Tim Hortons and get some maple syrup for the next brain we find. Crack me up. Anywho, first act, obviously, they show you the meteor shower that starts this whole thing. Probably don't do the breakdown of society. I would suggest they don't do that in this movie, and that makes it a little different. That shakes up the format of the zombie movie a little bit, because if they do that, that'll be the best scene in the movie. And they don't want to do that. You want to do that at the end, right? So it's probably just going to be the meteor shower and then some tidbits of information, and then like 8 years later. And then it's like everybody's in the, maybe they established some of the characters prior to the 8 years, what they were doing, and then they cut to this. And they're the ones who survived, and now, they have to go topside for the first time. So the first act is all set up. And then the beginning of the second act, they're going topside. The whole second act is them moving to the topside. They probably get there, I'm going to guess maybe about halfway through the movie, they get topside. And then, it's how do we get back? How do we, win this thing? How do we kill all the zombies? How do we survive? Maybe they find other people and other ways to survive. Maybe they can't go back to the underground ever. I don't know what the ending could be on this. It does look pretty dark. I'll say that. It could end very darkly with everybody dying. None of the actors have a particularly standout look, except maybe the girl. So I don't know. Here's more zombies. I mean, why don't they say zombies? These guys are clearly zombies. So maybe they all die. I mean, oh, this looks like, oh my God, they got people hanging up there. Yeah, so that's like a butchered meat scene. Ugh. And here's some crazy guys who are already topside saying, "Go, kill them all, bring me the hearts." Ah! Crazy guy. I mean, I would see this. It looks a little different. I don't know why you'd call it an action thriller, though. I suspect they don't have the budget to do a truly action-packed movie, but and really, I guess you could say they're technically not zombies, not really, but kinda. But it's definitely in the zombie realm, right? Thriller, that's a stretch. I wouldn't call it a thriller. I would say action zombies. Action and zombies. Horror, definitely horror, dystopian horror, zombie movie. That to me appeals more to the audience than saying action thriller. Action thriller to me is more reality based, right? It would be more like, some guy, ex-military guy, having to kill a bunch of guys, like that Deadlock movie I talked about a couple of days ago. That to me is an action thriller, right? Bruce Willis is holding the damn workers hostage, and then one guy has to save them all. That to me is an action thriller. This to me feels like dystopian zombie movie. You could say, all right, well, we don't want to go technically with the zombies, so dystopian horror. I mean, it's definitely a horror movie. I mean, even if you don't count those guys as zombies, I mean, that's pretty insane that they're eating people, right? That's pretty horrible, right, doggy? Oh, you're so cute. Anyhow, that's my take. I'll probably see it. I mean, I could see this ending up on like Netflix or something. This looks like a second run movie. No offense to the movie makers, doesn't look like it's going to be Oscar winning. Blowing the doors off anything. Oh, here it is right here. Here it is right here on unrated. Buy or rent right on YouTube. I can watch it. I'm probably going to look for it free. Here's the synopsis. Sam, a broken man, is forced to survive underground after a world-ending meteor shower. He and his trusted friend Troy, along with a young woman, Rose, are thrust on a journey that takes them into the darkest parts of the underground world. The three find themselves on the run with a crew of ragtag yet heavily armed rangers and are hunted down by mutated creatures, bandits and cannibals alike. Okay, so maybe they're mutants. But they did mention, like, the whole rotten brainstem thing, so, that sounds pretty interesting, I gotta say. Anyhow, that's it for me and Little Joan today. We gotta get back to giving out candy, and then probably eating the candy that's left. I will, not you. So we'll see you tomorrow.